Hello lovelies, Nick here, and I help women in menopause release weight in a healthy way. And today I want to talk about, do you have any diet or detox baggage? Now this is a foundational piece of the way that I help my clients establish a lifestyle rather than a diet. And it's kind of insidious, because every time we do a diet or a detox or follow some kind of protocol, we have residual beliefs that carry over with us. And you can think about, someone like, who's my age, been around, you've been around the block a few times, you've read a lot of books or you've done a lot of diets and detoxes. There's a lot of stuff floating around there. And those beliefs can either be supporting your menopausal weight loss journey, or they can be sabotaging it. And let me give you a really good example of this using fruit. Now, I don't know whether you remember this, but in my there was this book back in I was in my early late teens, early 20s when I read this book. Wasn't a dietitian. It was called Fit for Life. It was probably the first book that I'd ever read about, health and making that connection between, what we eat and our health. That was just like, mind blowing for me. And what this sort of diet talked about was that you only ate fruit for breakfast. That was it. And the story goes that, because if you ate fruit, if you ate anything else with the fruit, it would ferment in your stomach and cause all sorts of problems. Total myth. But anyway, there was this little mantra that said, eat fruit, eat it alone or leave it alone. And I have to say that stuck with me for decades. Even after I was a dietitian, there was always that little mantra, in the back of my head. Now, another one with fruit came about from the I Quit Sugar movement. Now, I love the I Quit Sugar movement. I think that it just, really woke us up to, the addictive nature of sugar and, how insidious it is and it's everywhere. But it made people afraid of fruit. And so I now, work with clients who will say to me, oh yes, I don't eat fruit because it's full of sugar. And then they'll tell me something else that they snack on. And I'm just thinking, well, this is part of the problem, this baggage that we're afraid of fruit. So we're not snacking on fruit, we're missing out on all this nutrition, but instead we're snacking on other things that are sabotaging their weight loss journey in the name of thinking they're healthy. So, more confusion. The third one has come about because of the high-fat sort of keto movement that is currently pervading so much of what we're hearing. And so it's like, oh no, can't have bananas, they're full of carbs. And this is really really sad, because this only applies to anyone who is following keto. And the big confusion is, because when you're following a keto type weight loss program, your body is doing something that it doesn't normally do. You've put your body into a state of ketosis, and you get there by eating high fat and lots of high fat, protein, very, very tiny amounts of carbohydrate. So it means that any carbohydrate is going to throw you out of ketosis. It doesn't matter whether it's a lolly, a banana, a potato. It doesn't matter. And it's not the banana or the potato per se that is fattening. It's the fact that any carbohydrate is going to throw you out of ketosis. And so this is where, so much of this confusion has come into place. So can you see that just using those examples of fruit, that it is a minefield out there? And, I just want to you to have a little think about some of the beliefs that may be affecting your food choices today that may not be helping the cause. And this is especially, when we hit menopause and we have the added factor of our hormones. But let me just sort of shine a little light on here in that, yes, weight loss does get a tad more difficult in menopause, but it's actually hormones are only a tiny part of the problem. And one of the issues is the diet and detox baggage that we're carrying from all those past diets and detoxes that we've done. So this is part of, this is probably the first foundational issue that I work with when I work one-on-one with clients. We do a big declutter and we get rid of, the mishmash of ideas and beliefs that you've been carrying around so that we can move forward with a clean foundation so that we can then create this framework that is going to nourish you in this season of life because your nutritional needs are different. 2, that we support your menopause journey. And 3, we help your body to release unwanted weight and then maintain it. So if you would like some help to move in that direction, then I have a mini menopause assessment where you get my eyes on what you're doing right now. And I will help you see where some of those, that diet and detox baggage is still affecting your choices today and how you can move forward. Hope you have a great day.